Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to our second special session by Geshe Michael. Thank you for being here. We've been receiving a lot of feedback from people that want to help. So we're very happy that amongst all this chaos, there's been a lot of people that offer to help. Thank you, Geshe Michael, for taking the time.
My pleasure.
We can start. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Seiji, and thank you everyone for coming. I'm going to do this session. I'll talk for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then we were all going to, everybody was going to write in the chat or speak about something they had done to reduce their own violence, and me too, So, that was our plan for today. And so first I'll speak for a few minutes, and then we'll, I think each one of us could mention what have I done to reduce the seeds of violence in my own life this week or in the last few days, and then, let's keep it up. So I was wondering, of course, thinking about what to say. I've had Ukrainian friends here in Sedona visiting, and yesterday Veronica gave a couple hours of massages, and we're trying as much as we can to help with the refugees. And I'm happy to say that we have raised yesterday $50,000 from DCI and SCIM to assist, especially people in our groups for refugees coming out of Ukraine. And if you're in need of help, any kind of help, we're posting. I'm going to ask Seiji to post that contact information, how you can get help. Noor Ibrahim, who was a refugee herself from Syria, Seiji's wife, and Ina will be coordinating how we can distribute help from here, from Sedona, and from our World Breed groups. So we're trying to target another $50,000, and that will make $100,000 of real assistance for people who need food or medical care or a place to stay. So just be in touch with the contact email that we're putting in the chat. I've been thinking a lot about Ukraine, and I talk there a lot. I used to go every year, and I really enjoy the country. I really enjoy Kiev. We gave a lot of talks there, a lot of beautiful talks, and the people are amazing and very, very wonderful people and good friends. And I can remember, we did a weekend retreats a few times. And they said, Geshe, come, don't sit in Kiev, let's go out to the countryside and let's see the beauty of the Ukrainian countryside. And so we went out to a place called Irpin. And I guess those of you who live in Ukraine, you know this place. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And I remember the drive in the car with my friends Igor and Anna, driving out to the Irpin and going through the farm areas of beautiful farms, beautiful green crops. And it was a beautiful, beautiful drive. And I remember when we got out of the car, and we reached a beautiful forest. And, I come from Arizona, and we have a desert, so we don't see the forest very much. We don't have any trees taller than Geshe Michael, and not much. And when I saw the Irpin forest, I was, wow, this is so beautiful, you know, and beautiful small homes, beautiful old style Ukrainian homes. And it was really, really beautiful. And a funny thing happened. You won't believe it. When I got out of the car, and another taxi cab stopped. A taxi cab from Kiev stopped, and this Chinese lady got out, you know, and I said, "Oh, I know you. You know, you're from Hong Kong, from China." And she said, "Yeah, yeah, Geshe Michael, I'm one of your students from Hong Kong, you know, in China." And I said, "Wow, you know, what are you doing here? You know, why did you come to Ukraine?" And she said, "Well, I've been here once before, and it's so beautiful. You know, it's so beautiful, especially the countryside outside of Kiev." And I thought, I think it was DCI level 3 or something like that. And she said, I wanted to come here to do DCI level 3. We don't have forest in Hong Kong like this, you know. And so I was, wow, yeah, you're right. This is really beautiful. And I was just really appreciating the small homes and beautiful old style homes. And then we started the classes, and a big group came from Moscow. I don't know if you guys remember. Maybe Peter and Maria remember, but it was a nice company. The president of the company from Moscow, he brought, I think, 17 employees to the talks, and so it was a very beautiful mixture of people from Kiev and other cities in Ukraine, and a big group from Moscow. And everybody was so happy, and everybody was so warm to each other. And I had a good time. I really had a good time. And they asked me some tough questions. You know, I remember when the question time came, and, you know, Russian literature is very deep, and I studied it in Princeton. I like Dostoevsky or Tolstoy, and it's very, very deep. And the first time I went to St. Petersburg to work on John Brady's project at the National Library, their branch, I noticed everybody in the subways are reading a book. You know, I couldn't believe it. You know, in New York subway, if you read a book on the subway, your wallet will disappear very quickly. You know, and nobody will read a book on the subway. And I was like shocked. You know, everybody's reading books, and you know, I checked what's the title of the books, and they're all very deep books. I was surprised, you know. So it was nice to have people from Moscow, St. Petersburg, asking deep questions. And I remember a question came up at that time in Germany. There was a question about corruption. You know, what to do about corruption. You know, how can we help fix corruption in our country? And somebody asked me in Hamburg, Germany. And so, you know, people said, Geshe, what's the seeds for corruption, and what do you think about that? And I said, and I had an inspiration. You know, I had an idea how to answer the question. And I had a microphone. If you guys were there, you remember. I think Peter and Maria, you guys, Igor, and I took the microphone, and I started to hit the microphone like this, you know, boom, boom, boom. And I'm still talking. I said, well, how are we going to talk about the problem of corruption? How are we going to talk about? It seems like those people who take the bribe, give the bribe. For example, we were talking about highway construction contract. Those people who give the bribe, seems like they get money back. It seems like it's a good idea to give a bribe, in every country. Maybe you can get the contract. And I was banging on the microphone, and everyone was very polite. Ukrainians, people from Kiev, people from Moscow. Everyone was very polite, but I can see they're starting to get irritated, which is my goal, actually. And I'm banging on the microphone. Finally, I remember the owner of the Moscow company. He's very polite, and he raised his hand and he said, "Sir, please, could you stop banging on the microphone? It's difficult to understand what you're saying when you're banging on the microphone, And I said, really, I don't want to bang on the microphone now, but I have to. And then he said, well, why you have to bang on the microphone now? What's the problem? And I said, well, it's very important. Every day I should bang on the microphone, And then he's like, stop, you're making me crazy, He said, why you have to bang on the microphone every day? I said, well, it helps to make the sun come up every morning. Okay, when I bang on the microphone, it's a big help to make the sun come up in the morning next day. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, no, really, Geshe Michael's responsibility, special responsibility. Every day I have to bang on the microphone, and then the sun will come up. You check tomorrow, and the sun will come up. Definitely, the sun will come up. And he laughed and he said, Geshe, are you sumashedshi? Are you crazy, sumashedshi? Are you crazy? And I said, I'm not crazy. First this happened, and then the sun come up. I'm not crazy. Yeah, he said, no, that's crazy. It came before. You did it the day before. It's true. But there's no connection. There's no cause and effect connection. Geshe, not everything happened before has connection to what comes later. Many things can happen before, and things happen the next day, but it's not cause and effect. It's just unconnected, almost like coincidence. There's no connection. You don't have to bang on the microphone, especially during our talk. Okay, we paid good money to come to this talk. It's very irritating for us. Then I said, well, that's the point I'm trying to make. You see, we were discussing corruption, and we had a specific example from Hamburg that I was talking about. Somebody paid a bribe to get the contract to make a highway, and that guy got very rich. Okay, that guy became very rich. So people were pushing Geshe Michael. So how can a negative thing make a positive result? How can breaking the law create profit for the guy who's giving the bribe? And I said, that's why I'm banging on the microphone. There's no connection at all. Okay, there's no connection at all. Okay, yes, you banged on the microphone. Yes, the next day the sun came up. Yes, the guy paid a bribe to somebody in the government. Yes, he got the contract for the highway, but they are the same. There's no cause and effect connection. It's just one thing happened before and the other thing happened later. Okay. And then they said, well, what caused the profit? You know, why did the guy make the money who gave the bribe? And according to what we understand about seeds, it must be that he helped somebody before. He shared what he had freely. He shared what he had with other people. This is the first perfection, right? Giving. So he must have shared something in the past. You know, you don't get bananas from a watermelon seed. It's not possible. You know, it's funny. You know, nobody plants a watermelon seed and expect banana. Nobody in the world. You know, there's some strange, true thing in the whole world that when you plant a banana, you get banana, and when you plant watermelon seed, you get a watermelon. And when you plant sharing your money, sharing what you have, you get money back and you get more, much more. Why? Those seeds double every day. Okay, those seeds double every day. Small gift of money, small help to people who need help. It can create a big profit. And I'm sorry, I was going to make a mind map, but I was too busy this morning. But in between giving the bribe, sorry, here's giving the bribe, and here's getting the contract, right? Here's giving the bribe, and here's getting the contract. But what caused the getting the contract happened earlier. It happened earlier. This guy who gave the bribe earlier in his life, he gave some help to someone who needed financial help, and then every day that double. Then before the money come back, he gave a bribe, but the bribe didn't cost the money. The gift cost the money. Okay, now what will happen from the bribe? Oh, that comes after that. Okay, over here, here's the, okay, this is time, right? Over here, we will get the result. Hey, Masha, why you not got your fingers up to translate? Hey, Bertha. Hey, you Romanian. Okay, yeah, you got it. It's difficult. It looks a little funny. Yeah, this one is, you got the, later you will get trouble. This will be the result later from doing the bribe. Okay, so why are we talking about that today, Geshe? We have serious problems to talk about, but I'm thinking about that talk because I gave it in Irpin with the Chinese lady there and the guys from Moscow and all the people from Kiev and Kharkov and other cities. And, Irpin is now destroyed. The forest, the houses, much of it is destroyed in the last few days. And so I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking a lot about it. And I'm thinking, how can we help this problem? How can we all help this problem? What can we do, And I keep coming back to the pen. Okay, if you heard me teach the pen before, don't forget you have to hear 3,000 times, okay? So I know, Octavian, I know it's 2,500, okay? I know you didn't finish 3,000, okay? So, so yeah, the pen story sounds funny, the pen story doesn't seem very important today, but there's one important thing about the pen story is it's true. It's 100% true. Okay. And nobody, I've been teaching the pen almost 40 years. Nobody in the world told me it's not true, except one stupid American guy from Florida, but we don't have to worry about stupid American guy from Florida. Okay. Everybody agree the pen story is true. Okay, what? When you show this to human, they see pen. When you show this to a dog, they see chew toy. Okay, and without debate, without question. Okay, if you're not from Florida, this pen must be coming this way. No, sorry, this way. Okay, this pen, this thing. Octavian got it right. Geshe, just do what Octavian's doing. Yeah, it's the pen is coming from you. Okay, obviously, if the dog sees chew toy, if the human sees pen, then the same pieces, the same black, the same white, the same cylinder. Okay, if the dog see one thing, and if the humans see a different thing, it's not just a DCI story. It's not just a Geshe Michael story. It's the truth of the whole world, you see? If the pen is coming from you, then everything is coming from you. How much? 10%? 20%? How many things in the world? How many events? How many problems? How many joys are coming from you? 100%, okay? 100%, no exceptions, okay? And this week, I'm just like you. We're all the same. I'm like, God, I didn't do any big bad things recently to see this terrible, terrible suffering. I didn't do any bad things like that. We're all the same. We're all thinking the same thing. God, I was trying pretty good, you know. I was trying to make good seeds for years. And why I have to see this thing, you know, what's the purpose? I don't understand. You know, what did I do? And if you understand the pen, you have to say it comes from me. You have to say it comes from me. If this small pen come from you, then everything come from you, 100%, not 50%, not 60%. Everything comes from me. Every single thing comes from me. And then we have to go to the kitchen, okay? And I was in the kitchen this morning having coffee, okay? My wife came in the kitchen. She said, I'll make you some breakfast before you get on the Ukraine call, you know? And I'm like, yeah, let's try fast. Actually, Maria, I got half the breakfast. I have to finish the other half later. Then we always talk about this story about the husband in the kitchen, right? And we're talking about it for 10 years or something, you know? Like you go, I don't know, this morning, it didn't happen, but if I wake up in the morning and I go in the kitchen and my wife, I'm still sleepy, right? And I'm not talking yet. Geshe Michael's mouth, you guys think it never stops, but in the morning, it takes a while, like an old engine car. It has to warm up, you know? So I'm like, actually my wife told me, please don't say, in the morning, you know, you sound like an old car. And then suppose suddenly Veronica said to me, you're so stupid, you know, you're so stupid. suppose she says that suddenly to me, then if I understand the pen, you know, then I must remember in the difficult time, okay? In the difficult time, I must remember it's coming from me, it's coming from me, it's coming from me. And then I will not give the wrong reaction. You see, if Veronica say, Michael, don't make this in the morning, you know, just keep your mouth shut until you give your Ukraine talk. And then I say, and she said, that's so stupid, you know. Then, you know, she's gonna say, then I'm gonna think, oh, she criticized me, you know. I don't know why. She must be in a bad mood, you know. And then natural human reaction. Natural human reaction. I want to fight back, you know. I want to fight back. I want to say, I'm not stupid, you're stupid, you know. And then Geshe Michael will have a Zoom call with all his friends. How should I fight back to my wife, you know? Should I yell at her, or maybe I can throw a coffee cup, or maybe I can stamp my feet, you know, or maybe I can give her, we call silent treatment, right? It's like, I'm angry, but I'm not going to talk to you, you know? So which choice, you know, I call my friends together. I call John Brady, you know, hey, John, Veronica called me stupid this morning. Which is the reaction? Should I yell at her? Should I call her stupid? You know, should I, you know, should I give her angry silent treatment? And John is like this on the Zoom call. You know, if I call John Brady, I say, this morning in the kitchen, Veronica called me stupid, you know. John, what should I do? Should I say she's stupid? You know, should I be silent and angry? You know, should I hurt her a lot, or should I hurt her a little? Should I hurt her a small way, or should I hurt her a big way? And John Brady, you know him. All the time he's like this on the microphone. Geshe, don't forget Irpen. Don't forget, I was there in Irpen. Don't forget the talk you gave to the Moscow guys. Don't forget the talk you gave to the Kiev guys. There's no connection between what you do at that moment and what she responds. Okay, there's no connection at all. Zero. Do violence, do big violence, do small violence, do quiet violence. Do very intelligent violence. Geshe likes some kind of sarcasm, you know, and it's all useless. It from the big violence to the little violence, it's all the same. You are hitting the microphone, and you're thinking the sun is going to come up. It's not connection. There's no connection. Okay. If I say, Veronica, you're stupid, and she stops calling me Veronica, it's not because I said you're stupid. It's not because I did violence back to her. If the violence stopped because I did violence, it's like paying the bribe for the contract. There's no connection. There's no connection, okay? Any kind of violence I do in response, even small violence, even mental hatred violence. Okay, oh Geshe, I'm studying with you for many years. I understand I shouldn't say bad things. I understand I shouldn't shoot people. I understand. I understand I shouldn't answer that way. But in my heart, I'm answering with hatred. I'm calling those people, you are bad people. You don't understand anything, you know. you are stupid, violent people, in my heart, I am answering. I understand I shouldn't hurt people with my hands or my mouth, but in my heart, I really hate what these people are doing, and I hate these people. And I'm sorry. It's just how I feel, you know. But that's the worst seed, That's of all the seeds, this is the worst seed. Okay. So of course, nobody who learned the pen, of course, we cannot answer with violence, cannot physical, and we cannot answer with even talking violent talk. But the deepest seeds are planted by thinking. The heaviest seeds are planted by thinking. So that's, oh man, that's a difficult. Geshe, you want me to not hate people who are hurting my family, my country? You want me not to hate them? That's too much, I can't do that, I can be nonviolent, but not to hate them is too much, but you see, that plants a seed, that makes the seed, that creates the violence. You see, the violence is coming. The pen is true. The kitchen, the two husbands in the kitchen is true, okay? And all this violence coming from, mostly from my heart, how I feel towards other people. And I have to stop banging on the microphone, okay? It doesn't help. It hurts everybody, okay? It's irritating in the room, Geshe. So the main job we all have, and the way we can help, of course, we have to help the refugees, and we are all helping. Yesterday, the Sedona people gave $50,000. I believe in the next 2 days, we will have another $50,000 for medical care, food, shelter of people who need it, okay? Of course, we have to do that. But at the same time, we have to understand that the main solution is to stop violence in our heart, right? Any kind of hatred, any kind of, you are so stupid, like that. It's the same in the kitchen and the same for a whole country. It's the same international relationship and relationship with your wife at breakfast. The principles are the same. Everything comes from us. Everything comes from us, okay? All right, so how we can help Geshe, give me practical way. Don't talk about spiritual way. Give me practical way. No, the spiritual way is the practical way, okay? The spiritual way is the practical way. So what do you want me to do? What should I do? Let's look if we have any seeds inside of us of violence, okay? And so this is kind of a confession time for the next, we have about, I don't know, almost a half an hour. It's kind of a sojong. Sojong means group confession of our bad seeds, talking openly about our bad seeds, okay? And let's do it together, okay? And I will start, okay? So I was checking, am I doing any small violence in my life? And I am. Sometimes I'm doing small things to hurt my family members. And they are not big, okay? Geshe doesn't shoot the gun to his family members, or Geshe doesn't hit them. But there are small things they want from me. There are small things they ask me to do. And I didn't do it. I could have done it. That's the idea. I wasn't too busy, and I didn't care enough, okay? It wasn't I was too busy. It's that I didn't care enough to stop doing the thing that hurt them, that they don't like, So that's my small seeds of violence. Oh, Geshe, you didn't create international war by disappointing your family members? And I say, yes, I believe I did. For me, the war came from that. I believe so. And what I can do, what I commit to do, is to stop making that seed. So Geshe Michael, who's doing small violence at home, small subtle violence, I will I make promise to all my brothers and sisters on this call from all countries. I will try to stop that for 5 more days, and then let's meet again, okay? So if you want to. So 5 more days, I will try to stop this small violence. Okay, Seiji, let's go to other people, and I'm just gonna relax and not talk so much, and I'm interested how you guys are going to stop your small violence. And then let's get together again next week, okay?
Sure. Do you want us to share what people have wrote on the chat, or people just to open their mic?
Up to you, Seiji. What I don't want is any kind of criticism of any country or criticism of any government. We are criticizing ourselves. Yeah. We are not criticizing other people, other countries. So let's make this agreement.
I'll read the things that are in the chat better.
Okay. Let's do that.
Thank you, Ellie van der Paas, for being the first one to share. She mentioned as something similar like you. She said, to stop violence, we have a group of women who meet every 2 weeks. And this morning we were talking about what we have been doing to stop violence in our lives, helping each other rejoice and be happy when we have been able to. Thank you.
Cool. Hey, Seiji, I say we let people talk, but I want to make an agreement. Yes. If anyone starts to criticize another person, or if anyone starts to criticize another country, I'm asking Seiji to cut that one, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. Let's try.
Okay, the next
and Seiji, can you make a time limit of 3 minutes or something? Okay.
Sure.
And we just cut you off. Okay.
The next person that wrote on the chat is Dorte. Dorte, would you be able to open your mic and tell us about this?
Yeah. Yes, I can. We discussed on the way to our how we are in small ways maybe violent to our members, how we behave bossy and could stop to do that simply by being the last entering the meeting room or calling all, I have an important news, and not looking for whether they are working concentrated. And we thought we could try to stop that and to think about when we do these things and remember it and train it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Seiji, you have another person. Thank you very much, Dorta.
Yes, we have Connie O'Brien who wants to tell us her Sojourn confession.
Okay, good.
Okay, so my story is going to a green juice bar where they serve very peaceful food, non-violent food. Going to get some food there, and I'm standing in line, and somebody butt right in front of me. It went really hot. I was just like, oh boy, what are you doing? I could feel the heat inside, and I'm thinking to the lady who took his money, I'm not going to give you a tip. Then I thought about the pen, of course, and it was like, oh, Connie, you better not do this. So I did exactly as I always did, which is to give a good tip and think about what I've done in the past to create this, what I've taken, where I've crossed the line and taken something from somebody else. And that was so helpful. It just passed immediately. So thank you, guys.
Cool. By the way, Connie and other guys, Grandpa has learned this method to talk that after every sentence, I take a deep breath. And then Octavian doesn't have a breakdown trying to translate too fast. And Bertha. Okay, here we go. Who's up next, Seiji?
Next, we have Ella.
Hello. My first thought when I heard Geshe speak last week was, I'm good. Why do I see war in my world? Because I believe in the seeds. So I had to watch myself, and I've been watching myself. And many times a day, I get irritated at little things. The website doesn't load fast enough. My customers, they don't listen. And so I've been watching and being shocked at myself, but stopping and rejoicing that I caught myself. So that's what I promised to do this week.
Yay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Seiji, who's up? Can you show the video, Seiji, of people? No? I don't know.
I think I am the next one. Hello, it's Anna.
Okay.
Seiji, it was me next.
Yeah, please go for it.
Okay, thank you. So after the call we had last week with you, Geshe Michael, I realized that I was swearing a lot in my mind. So I'm not being violent with people with my words, but what's going on in my head. Yeah, so that was the first step to realize it. And now I'm trying to be more calm. And I did a lot of Tonglen on the violence from the past. So I am planting mental seeds for deactivating the mental seeds of violence.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna Eli. Seiji, is there a way to spotlight the person who's talking?
Yes, Brian, would you be able to help us with that?
Sure.
Next,
Okay, good.
We have Bob. Would you be able to open your mic and tell us what you said in the chat, please? Bob Sereno. All right. If not, I can go.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, Seiji, can you?
Go for it. No.
Hey,
Hey.
Brian, can you
Oh, I'm sorry, Geshe. I don't have a camera with me right now.
you just didn't put your clothes on today, I know. Okay.
I found that in the last couple weeks, I have been enjoying TV and movies that have war in them.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't believe how much I enjoyed watching these things.
Yeah.
And I would look forward to it. And I saw it as fun. And that was really sad for me to realize that I was taking pleasure in that. So one of my favorite TV shows, which is pretty violent, just released a new season, and I've committed to not watch it until this entire conflict finishes. And then at that point, I may not have the desire at all anymore.
Great. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Bob. Seiji, you want to try one?
We have,
Hey,
well,
spotlight yourself. Spotlight yourself.
I have personally a lot of impatience and anger. So what I've been trying to do is two things. One is you taught us in DCI Impossible Anger, I like to call macho dude, which is trying to hold off just a few seconds before getting angry, so that we plant seeds to be able to increase it a lot later. So that's what I've been trying to do when I get a irritating email or whatever. So
Yeah,
that has been what I've been trying to do.
Perfect. Perfect.
Next we have Alison.
Okay, Alison. Can you spotlight her?
Alison Jones. She said she doesn't have a camera either.
She didn't comb her hair. That's the thing.
Sorry. I try to watch for my mouth, which means my verbal speech in the past few days, even today in the morning. and I try to stop even the small, stop the small violence, because sometimes when I see something which is not done correctly or not done in the right way, for example, by my partner or and then I would just point it out. And then I was thinking, maybe I would try to do it in a more skillful and sweet way. So actually this morning, I realized that I noticed something that my partner promised me to do, that he will help me do it, but I noticed that he didn't do it. And then I was thinking, okay, I will tell you, I want to ask him why you didn't do that. And then I decided, I just keep silent. I said, okay, I must forget before. So, and then I decide to tell him, thank you for doing this thing for me. So instead, just ask him why you didn't do that thing for me, but instead I thank you for doing other things for me. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Thank you. Who's next, handsome Seiji?
I think we had someone called Kirsten Schmidt. Would you be able to please open your mic and share with us?
And can you spotlight her camera?
Maybe we jump to another one. I'm promoting Kirsten.
I see we have Vimala here. Would you be able to jump in?
Hi. Hi, everybody. So I've been working lately on violence against my own self. And in meditation, actually in the last 3 days, I went back to the lion's dance and I went back to my past lives. And so I was sending love and compassion, like this universal love, to my past lives and I was actually feeling like I was healing my past. And then I would come back and then I would send it out and send this love and compassion to the world and in the present moment and what is happening now in the world. And since there's no past and there's no future and there's just this present moment, I really was feeling this feeling of love and compassion to the whole world. And I think it's really been helping me a lot.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Vimala. Please thank Deki for the thumpa. I had some good thumpa yesterday. Okay. Seiji, who's next?
We have Ola Fitzgerald who shared something in the chat.
Hi, Olga.
Hi, thank you. I had the realization, it's one of my contemplation meditation, and it began with this reflection on the conflict between Ukraine, because originally I'm from Ukraine, from city Nikolaev, south of Ukraine, and this conflict, and as a result, of my reflex, I find out is my clinging to my, and it starts out so innocuous, like I take care of my body, of my house, it's my car, it's my food, it's my money, and it's gone on and on and on forever. And every day I cling to my, and these small mental imprints of my turns in a huge of your my conflict of state. And obviously is nothing really mine, and our body is what we have temporarily, and a house, and there is millions of years this land was existed before me, and it will exist after me. And so it is stupid to fight for land. And I just thought, okay, what practice I can do to start change that. And my thoughts is, let's change our thinking of my to feeling of gratitude.
Cool. That's very beautiful. I think it's very helpful. Yeah. Thank you. Very beautiful. Seiji, who's next?
We have Mr. Timothy Lowenhout.
Ooh.
Thank you. So I've been thinking a lot about like the different levels of reality when we talk about evident reality and hidden reality. And I've been thinking about when I talk to people, what's obvious for me that might be hidden for them. And, then what's obvious for them that might be hidden for me. And I realized in a lot of the conversations I've been having of how much I'm assuming is going on for people. There's the story I create about them, who they are, what their motivations are, why they do what they do, and realizing that I don't ask enough questions. And so I'm finding myself, catching myself judging people about who they are without really knowing what's hidden for, like, what am I not seeing about them? So my practice has been about, removing that's attempting to remove the stories I create about other people, because I really think most conflict comes from that, where we assume what's going on without asking enough questions. So that's been my practice since last week. So thank you, Geshe, for inspiring that.
Cool, and thank you for helping so much with the fundraising, and you're tirelessly helping to raise funds for all the good things. And thank you very much for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Seiji, you have another person?
Yes, we have Kadrin.
Hi, Kadrin. Hi, Kadrin.
Hi.
This is Jedushka High Tech. Grandpa's High Tech. Okay.
Thank you very much for reminding me. This time I found that I do what I want to do my way, and I want others to do it my way. And I got joy when others be scared of me. When I see something they do in a wrong way, I say, no, do it my way. And I got a little bit angry, and I make them do it my way. It's like my nephew is watching TV or computer games, and I want him to stop. He's doing it for 3 hours in a row. And I say, just stop it. He said, no, 5 minutes, 10 minutes more. I said, no, stop it. Go do your homework. And it's violence. And yesterday I thought, how can I do it in a different way? How can I do in a nice way? How can I make a commitment with them, to the children, to find a way to do it without violence? And it was my just insight about my way of bringing violence in this world. And this is the way how I see this war. Yeah. Because somebody wants something to be this way.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Kadrin, and thank you for your constant hard work. You're always working so hard, especially translating. And I don't know how your head didn't blow up yet, but thank you for that. And thank you for Arina. She's been really wonderful here helping. Seiji, you have another? Okay.
Yes, we have Tracy McKenzie.
From where?
New Brunswick, Canada.
Oh, what's that about? Okay, here's a grandpa's high tech reminder. Okay.
I've been very aware
of resistance, and the resistance is trying to see things the right way. So I've been really going deep to analyze my mind, my thoughts, and how I'm constantly in and out of trying to see things the right way. So I feel that there's clarity coming from how often I'm judging, and I thought I wasn't judging, and I'm really judging. And I'm also thinking I see things one way, oh, I know this, and one moment later I don't, and then I'm thinking, do they know, do I know? So I feel like there's a war in my mind. Need to slowly. So yeah, I'm really the analyzing, not just when I'm meditating, but from the moment I get out of bed, my whole day to night, deep level of awareness. And every time I'm judging, I feel a stop, I pause, I smile inwards to myself, and I feel like my heart has radiating lights, and I just send it out to my family, my community, my country, all over the world. And I'm just hopeful that I can play a role to feel like I'm helping in some way.
Thank you very much. Very beautiful, Tracy. Seiji, I think we have time for one more person, huh? And then we'll continue next week. Let's do every week for a while, okay? We'll try every week, okay?
We have Laura Bordera, not sure from where. You're muted.
From Spain, from Barcelona.
Hi, Barcelona.
Okay.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. Hi. It's more or less the same as Tracy said. I'm focused on the, okay, slowly. I'm focused on the little violence against my family, mainly, especially to my teenager girl. Sometimes I can stay quiet after she yells at me, but there's violence in my head mostly. And I think the only way to stop it is remember Sits. Remember she comes from me.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that stopped the violence. Takes a while, but it's the only way.
Cool.
And just the only thing is I still judging myself for this, for not remember Sits. And I realize it's a big source of violence again. So I'm asking also to be, have mercy with myself.
Yeah, good. Nice.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're going to stop there today, but I'd like to add two more things. First thing, if anyone needs help in Europe, any country, doesn't matter. If you need food, if you need a place to stay, you need financial help, you need money to travel, you just want to talk to somebody, then here's the information link. Seiji has put it in the chat. We do have money. We have fundraised successfully. If you need help, don't be shy, okay? And don't be proud. If we need help, we're going to contact you. So it's all one family. We are all big family. And anyone who needs help, just contact those different addresses in the chat. Secondly, and most importantly, please think about banging on the microphone. Think about that story from Irpin. And don't waste time doing anything that doesn't help, okay? Don't waste your time talking bad about other countries, getting angry, doing violence, even thinking someone else is stupid or something like that. This is banging on the microphone. It's not going to help the situation. It cannot help. No kind of negativity can help this situation. Each one of us has to find the small violence we are doing and fix it. Seiji, stop barking. Okay. All right. And we're going to meet again. Let's meet every week for this time, this difficult time, and let's help each other emotionally and with material help. Okay. So Seiji, do you have a idea for next week time or anything like that? Or should we announce it later?
Yeah, I think we should announce it later. And
Okay.
for those of you on YouTube, please make sure that you write, if you need any help, please write us at this email, info@diamondcutterinstitute.com. We will also share a couple of files that of questionnaires that Tim made. But if in the meantime, if you need to contact someone fast, please write us here, info@diamondcutterinstitute.com.
Seiji, sorry to interrupt. Institute is spelled incorrectly. There's a missing T.
Oops.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Diamond Cutter Institute. Yeah. Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Seiji, for working so hard. Thank you, Tim, for working so hard. And we'll see you guys in about 5 days. Let's do every 5 days. Okay. And let us know if you need any kind of help. Okay. And watch for small seeds of violence. And let's all confess. I will have some new confession for next time. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. We love you.